take her hand and gently lead her on, her distant face replaced by one of mild surprise and curiosity.
Help!
Time for a date, apparently.
Hello!
Hello!
Welcome back to Katawa.
That's not us. We're Bookend Gaming.
I am the Travis.
I am the Eric. There are no others.
Just the one.
Yes.
There are a lot more Erics than there are Travises.
That's
Travises
true.
of the world, stand up and cheer. Don't.
Yeah.
We're not a cheering people.
All right. I already read this.
Did you?
I think so.
Okay. That's you.
That's me. Hey, Shorty.
Shorty. Hey, Shorty.
Sorry, but could you hang with Hisao for a while?
Why is Shorty capitalized?
Oh, man. He nods and waves her off. I got this. Akira places an arm on Lily's shoulder as she guides her away and out of earshot.
Are you sure you're not a girl?
And so I'm alone with Shorty. She's like a melody in my head. So, nice weather, isn't it?
It seems so.
I guess they dumped us.
You'll get used to it. Indeed.
What a farcical attempt at small talk. I've got no idea of how to talk to this guy, and his robotic responses aren't helping. Blood and a stone come to mind.
I don't know what that's referencing.
Me neither. Without another word, he begins to rock on his feet in an obvious gesture of boredom with this discussion. He really is like a little kid, despite his serious demeanor.
How dare he?
Suspecting the conversation over, I leave.
Yeah, well.
I decide to accomplish what I came here to do in the first place.
Have sex with Lily.
I'm going to search for a present. Coming?
Not much else to do.
Let's go get ice cream.
Yay!
In a little while, we come to a small shop beside a convenience store.
You look like you're in an alley.
For once, the store windows aren't filled with electronics and computer games, but dolls, stuffed bears, and all manners of wood-crafted oddities. Othello's Antiques?
Do you remember the shop owner's voice?
Sounds stupid. No.
Me neither.
An antique store? Well, if there's anything in this town that'd suit Hanako, it'd be something old and decrepit. I reach for the old-looking door handle, but pull back at the last minute as I realize my companion's gone adrift. Not coming in?
Maybe they've got flamethrowers. I'll just be in the newsstand for a while, don't mind me.
His voice makes it painfully clear he has zero interest in what's in the store, and that he doesn't feel obligated to follow me. Oh, darn.
I could show you how to read the porn magazines without opening the plastic.
As he wanders off without another word, I push the thick wooden door and enter the store, a bell above me ringing out some more.
I see what you did there.
The musty smell of old books and wooden shelves is distinctly anachronistic. I look to the counter beside the door. The graying man behind it sits there silently, reading a tattered book. Everything is old. He certainly fits the look of this place. Are you for sale? Slowly wandering through the aisles, the person I'm reminded of as I inspect each handcrafted or imported oddity in turn isn't Hanako. Crouching down, I examine the ancient oak desk inside the shop window. At least 30 dolls, all varying wildly in size and make. The only similarity between them is the long Victorian dresses they wear. I turn the price tag of one that looks to be about waist height. It's not in my price bracket at all.
Time to steal it.
I do the same to each of them, getting more and more depressed as they get smaller and smaller in size, and increasingly in price. That is, until I reach the very smallest one. It's affordable, just yet of quality make and with long auburn hair and a little blue dress. I decide that it's the kind of present Hanako would appreciate, as it is the cheapest one.
How convenient.
Pretty looking and far from gaudy.
He knows that she likes dolls in this? Did we ever hear that in this playthrough?
No, I mean, we probably skipped it.
Well, no, I thought that was part of her route, not... Okay, whatever, who cares? We know.
After I carefully pick it up, I decide to keep looking around the store. I'm not sure whether it's because I like the atmosphere or out of simple curiosity. Peeking around the corner before I go to the next aisle, I see that the shelves in this one are stocked with wooden toys, from toy cars to intricate automatons. A box. Open it and die. Tucked behind a line of nutcrackers, I notice a little plain wooden box. It feels surprisingly light as I pick it up with my free hand. It says, "Open if you dare." The lid only needs the smallest movement to pop open, a little metal drum inside beginning to rotate immediately.
It's the Ark of the Covenant. Don't look!
For seconds on end, I simply stand there listening to the palm-sized melody. As it plays, I take the tiny price tag in my fingers and bring it up to my face. The minuscule cursive writing takes some effort to read. It's affordable. Sort of.
Cursive? Like, is there such a thing as Japanese cursive? Like, can you write kanji in cursive?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Grimacing slightly, I close the lid and make my way to the counter with doll and music box in hand. When I lay the two on the counter, the man behind it sits up and takes stock of them. He doesn't hide very well that his surprise at someone of my age buying them. It's painful, but I hand over the money for the two and leave the store with a small opaque bag in hand. We don't have to voice him!
Yeah! How awkwardly silent.
Hideaki, being there, takes me by surprise. Oh, hi. I thought you'd be at the newsstand.
I thought I ditched you. Akira gave me a call. She's waiting for us at the fountain with Lilly.
At least that solves the issue of trying to find them again. Why'd you guys run off? We said we'd be right back.
Right.
We head
Oh,
off
were you gone?
to the fountain. Hideki's immaculate posture and presentation, despite his appearance, makes for a strange contrast even as we walk.
Stop getting a crush on Hideaki.
Lilly and Akira stand there waiting for us. Their face is hard to read. He just gets a crush with whoever he interacts with.
Oh, yeah.
For longer than 5 minutes. Hey, you ready to go, Shorty? Hideki's mood seems to improve as he rejoins her.
Hey, baby.
See ya, Lilly. Hisao, tell Hanako I said happy birthday. We will. Bye.
You're not going to show up and bring wine? Goodbye,
That's
Akira.
I want another pajama party.
Right.
That was my favorite part of the whole playthrough.
Well, I've had a couple other favorite parts.
And what were those parts that you enjoyed?
Well,
Breasts?
yeah. The dirty parts.
And with that, the two disappear into the fracas of the afternoon city crowd. Freaking fracas. Turning to Lilly, I notice she's carrying a small bag. Oh, she bought her a music box.
Ugh.
It's now that I realize why her disposition felt different from before. While Lily is typically the type to wear her emotions on her sleeve, her expression and tone are clouded and difficult to read. It's more than a little off-putting, but given the effort she's making to hide her emotions, I doubt she wants to be cornered on why she's feeling this way. So I will do so, accordingly.
What's up with you?
Already bought Hanako a present?
Yes, have you?
Yeah!
Yeah. Shall we head back to the bus stop then?
Okay, there should be a bus back to Yamaku pretty soon. And with that, we begin to walk. It feels strange compared to before. Lily's hand on my forearm feels unusually tense, and the whole atmosphere is extraordinarily awkward.
I feel on edge for some reason. I know I know what it is, but I'm still like, oh god.
Yeah, it's gonna be sad.
Yeah.
The silence continues for a long while. I really don't like seeing her like this.
Hanako's birthday party is going to have to be held earlier. Is the 4th going to be alright for you?
I have no other possible obligations anyway. I don't do anything.
I'm a loser, so...
I reflexively nod. Only afterwards do I remember that doing so is pointless, and quickly answer so by speech.
I am nodding my head.
She tries to collect herself, a task that looks almost pitiable in how plain it is to see how distant her thoughts are.
You're really on top of that. Sorry, Hisao, you said the bus would be coming soon, right?
That's right. But now that she says that, I have an idea. Actually, do you have anything to do later today?
I don't believe so. Why do you ask?
I don't know, I'm stupid.
Never mind.
This is the point where I'd normally take your hand and rush you somewhere, but even without that, you'll have to trust me, okay? I take her hand and gently lead her on, her distant face replaced by one of mild surprise and curiosity.
Help!
Time for a date, apparently. He's really forward in this one.
Yeah.
As the waitress sets the cup of tea and cup of coffee that I'd ordered onto the table and whatever they bring Lily, I thank her before she takes her leave. Truth be told, I really lucked out in finding this cafe. I don't really know where I was going. Rather, I was just looking for any cafe that looked relatively nice. Having managed to recover a little, Lily tentatively sips at her cup as I take a long gulp of the coffee in front of me.
You gonna check out the waitress this time?
Probably not, because he's with Lily
That's
instead
true.
of Hanako.
Yeah.
As I hoped, her face lights up as she realizes what flavor it is.
Ah, this is wonderful. Tea flavor. Hisao, how did you know that this was...
You're British, right? I'd ask for French vanilla-backed black tea, hedging my bets that it would be her favorite flavor, or at least one she liked. While I don't really know much about tea, it sounded like one she might appreciate.
I'm allergic to vanilla.
On the basis of her liking vanilla ice cream, a tea connoisseur I am definitely not. It was a lucky guess. You really like tea, don't you?
What a shitty conversation opener.
She puts her teacup down and gives a tiny nod, that familiar small smile thankfully perched on her face once again.
Drinking tea is calming, I think.
I know, right? The amount you drink, are you sure you're not addicted to it? Caffeine addiction's pretty common nowadays. I am so bad at conversation.
Did I ever say I wasn't?
Hugh.
How dare you step to my...
She lets out a giggle as my head drops. We all have our vices, I suppose, and there are worse things to be addicted to. I really like meth myself. French vanilla black tea, huh? I'll have to remember that. For a while, we both silently drink. It's comforting to have someone like her nearby in such new surroundings, even if it's just the two of us sitting in silence. I begin to wonder if this feeling is the same for her until she sets down her cup.
Hisao, do you mind if I ask you a slightly odd question?
I don't mind if you ask me a slightly even question.
You ask me anything.
That depends on the question, I guess.
The answer's yes.
I was wondering what your favorite color is. Everyone has one after all.
Blonde. I almost reply before realizing why the seemingly mundane question is actually quite strange. My favorite color? Bud. She gives a pouting look, wanting me to answer anyway. While the answer seems unavoidably wasted on her, there isn't any harm in giving it. I've always had a thing for green. I'd say that's my favorite.
Green, is it? What things do you think of when contemplating that color?
I suppose grass fields and trees in summer. The army as well, with camouflage.
Just boot things. Men always seem to like the military. That's not true. But
I have nothing against the military. I just realized I shouldn't have said that.
but that sounds like a nice color. A very nice color. I'm just not interested.
Right. She nods her head a little, as if approving of the choice, considering how foreign the concept of color is to her mind. Labeling it by association seems reasonable enough. If everyone has a favorite color, then what's yours?
White. I'm told that it's the color of snow and of ice cream.
Some of them.
Yeah.
You're no better than me then, you bitch. If you only like that color because of a favorite food, I guess white is nice too, though. Just make fun of your color choice. And speaking of colors, it'll be getting dark soon. Let me help you up.
Dark's not a color.
Lily offers her hand, which I take in mind to help lever her up from her seat at the table. Its softness compared to mine takes me off guard, as I'm not really used to such casual contact. Hands! It doesn't seem to bother her at all, though. While it seems obvious why, it feels like just one more ladylike aspect to her.
Because she's not into you.
As her hand moves to her pocket, I quickly cut her off. No, my hand! Don't worry, I'll pay for this.
Oh, thank you, Hisao.
Oh, that makes it a date.
I don't owe you now, you know.
She gives an earnest smile at the gesture, a reward much greater than that of her words. Ooh.
Where are we?
By the time we step off the bus, it's well and truly dark. Like my soul. We make our way up the hill in silence, both of us behaving a little awkwardly, probably because of the day's events. While I'm still concerned over Lily's withdrawn nature after meeting with her sister, the fact I managed to cheer her up even slightly feels like a personal victory. But it feels like the air between us has changed. Maybe it's only a bit, but it's something I don't think either of us realized before.
I miss the old Lily. That was a date, wasn't it? Yes.
Do you want it to be?
Please.
It was. That doesn't elude either of us, the question's answer being so self-evident as to be rhetorical. Awkward as it may be, I don't think this feeling is bad. In fact, quite the opposite. I don't know what it is. I certainly can't be sure. Anxiety. But it feels like something's a little more than friendship.
Oh my god, are things actually going to happen this quickly?
I guess.
I love it.
We mentioned this. Like we're like, this is just going to be the easiest and best route. And
Yeah.
he's going to be in love with her. And
We were talking about her having to go away. It's like you're going to have to stick with her. You're going to have to go with her. So you're going to have to be in a relationship by then. Otherwise, it's just weird.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, like, hey, friend, I just met a couple days ago. Come to the funeral with me, or that is what it was, right? It was a funeral.
I think so.
Yeah, so
I've been there.
the friend funeral.
No, well, not a funeral, but like, oh, is that your boyfriend?
Oh, and you're just like a friend going to like a family event.
And I'm like, ha,
Yeah,
I wish.
You never want to be in the situation where you meet the family as like, hey, I'm just a friend.
Right.
Unless you've been friends for it's weird. Like you don't want to meet the family at like a family event. You want to meet the family as like, hey, I'm just coming over to hang out.
Yeah, play board games or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just awkward for you. I feel bad for you.
Right? Thank you.